guys, Maria's Life Adventure here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, hindi pa naman siguro ako late kasi supposed to be this video is for last month, February, because it's my birthday month. And I posted on my social media accounts story that if you have any questions, you can ask me anything. And most common questions there are how I met my husband. So ito na nga. Adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life is the spot. Yung totoo ba kung paano ko siya nakilala? But as I promised, I will answer it, but on the latter part of this video, so it will be exciting for all of you. Okay, let's start. Before anything else, so I want to share my learnings or what I've learned living for almost about 4 years here in Japan and married in Japanese husband. So, what characteristics do they have? And what characteristics do they have? And kung okay ba na maging husband sila. But, disclaimer, I'm not generalizing Japanese men. So, ito lang yung mga based on my experience na siguro common din sa iba. Pero hindi ko nila lahat ha. And I am not a Japanese man expert. So, hindi ko sure. Syempre, iba-iba naman ng tao. So, merong depende sa lahi. Depende rin sa tao or depende din sa ugali. So, first, let's start. First, don't marry a Japanese man if you are a princess at home. Literally princess na hindi ka gumagawa ng gawaing bahay. Why? Because here in Japan, you do the cleaning, you do the cooking, and yes, you do everything. And there's no housemaids here in Japan. And the housemaids are not just Japanese people's things. Because may mga tagalinis. Pwede kang mag-hire ng tagalinis pero hindi nyo kasama sa bahay. So parang ibabayaran mo lang yung oras niya para maglinis. Pero syempre, it's not 24 hours. So if you are a princess at home na yung sanay ka ng may naglalaba, may nagluluto para sa'yo, pagdating mo dito or pag napangasawa mo yung Japanese men, hindi sila ganon. Ikaw lahat. And I'm lucky and blessed that I have a husband that helped me to cook, to clean the house, and do the laundry every weekend. He cook every weekend and take care of our child. It's a very rare to find a Japanese men who help you in house chores because the reason is they are working Monday to Friday, so their weekends are for the rest. But in my case, my husband is different. My weekends is my day off. He do the cleaning, he do the laundry, and he helped me to take care of our child. Number 2, when you marry the Japanese man, you have to be flexible. When I say flexible, you are open to any changes. You have to you can adjust to any kind of situation. For example, the seasons. I came from a tropical country that I used in the weather of hot and cold or rainy and sunny season. But here in Japan, So there are 4 seasons: the winter, spring, summer, and fall. And also to the way they live their life. You have to consider that you are going to transfer from one country to another. Because when you come to Japan, people are different, the languages are different, and the way they live their life is different. Just like Christmas, they celebrate Christmas and New Year different from our country. Their Valentine's Day, they celebrate it in a reversed way. The women give gifts to men. Philippines, we celebrate the New Year, Christmas lively. But here in Japan, they will just eat and sleep. Silent night. That's why some Filipino friends or some Filipino families here in Japan gather together in Christmas or New Year, and they celebrate it the way they celebrate in their home country. But of course, a little noise only, because it's not allowed to have loud voices. So they are singing, they are dancing, but limited time or limited noise only. So, tanggal homesick na din kasi talagang nakakamiss. Kaya kapag when it comes to holiday season, every Filipino wants to go home in the Philippines to celebrate with their families and relatives, kasi kakaiba talaga mag-celebrate ng Christmas at New Year ang mga Pinoy. Number 3, learn their language. So don't be lazy to learn the Japanese language. So don't think of yourself. You need to think about your future. What if you have kids? What if you need to bring your kids to the school, to the hospital? And you have to adjust yourself to this country. So it's not Japan, it's not the Japanese people who will adjust for you. It should be you who will adjust to their language, to their country. Don't always depend on your husband that they will always translate it for you. So you need to learn little by little, and the more you learn their language, the more you appreciate their culture, and the more you can see the beauty of Japan, and the more they will love you if you learn their language. And of course, communication is the key. So how can you communicate outside if you don't know the language? So you cannot always depend on the Google Translate. You cannot always depend on others. For example, you have a friend that can understand Japanese, that can translate for you all the time. But of course, they are also busy. They have their own life. So you need to be independent and to stand on your own. So number 3, learn their language. Number 4, you must learn, or you have to learn to be alone. Most times in Japan, you are alone because people here, or let's just say individuals, have their own different lives. They have their own lives. Even you are friends, even you have friends, they are busy with their own lives. It's like mind your own business. It's not the same as in the Philippines, that even if you are friends, they are just one call away. It's not like that. It's good that I found a Filipino friends, but you cannot always depend on them. Sometimes they are also busy. So if you want to be together, to have moments with them, so you will ask them first if they are free, if they are available, because also they have their own thing. So it's different. So it's good that before I came here in Japan, when I was in college, I learned how to be alone. And I learned how to make friends. I learned how to also be with my own self. You have to learn that not always your friends or the people around you are with you all the time. So kailangan matibay yung loob mo sa pag-iisa. So ganun. So even you say that you have husband and your kids are here, but syempre they're going to school, they're going to work, and kaya nga dito kapag nag-school na yung mga bata, kailangan ikaw din may ginagawa ka kasi para hindi mo ma-feel yung pagiging alone. Pero mostly ganun na nga. Number 5, don't be a hopeless romantic. Hopeless romantic like me. I'm very hopeless romantic. I'm pursued with the chocolates, cakes, roses. But here, it's not like that. Japanese men, they care, they love, but they are not like the way we used to in the Philippines. Nasanay kasi tayo na sobrang sweet, nasanay tayo sa mga sweet words like that. Like the idea here it's not like the idea of feeling kilig like that. So some Japanese men, when they are courting you, they will give you material things. They are courting you with material things. They will give gifts. But pag naging kayo na, wala na. Mostly nawawala na. So sabi nga nila, mas okay pa daw yung naliligaw sa'yo yung mga Hapon kasi todo bigay, todo suyo. Pero pag kayo na, madalang na talaga. So yun, it's not, they are not kasi they are not sweet. They are not literally sweet. Maybe it depends on the person. Maybe it depends on the person. Pero kasi mostly ng mga Japanese, kasi yung mga Filipina na nakakausap ko ay cold talaga yung mga Hapon. Sa kanila hindi rin uso yung text na or keep you update on everything that they do. Hindi sa kanila uso yun. That, okay, I will go out for lunch, I will go out for dinner, okay, I'm here now in the cafe, okay, I'm here now. It's not like that. And they are not always to say I love you, I miss you. Para kasi sa kanila, mabigat na yung word ng I love you. So, sa kanila, yung iba, hindi dinadaan sa mabulaklak ng salita. Sa kanila, ginagawa nila into actions. Sa akin, sa husband ko, I experienced na mabibigyan din naman ako ng chocolates, ng flowers, pero hindi mo sa kanya maririnig yung mga salitang parang nambobola. And sa kanila kasi parang why do they need to text you 24/7? Why do they need to update you in every place and everything that they do? you don't have your own lives? Like that. Yung parang, wala ka bang sariling mundo para hindi mo isipin yung sa'yo, bakit akong lagi yung iniisip mo na kung anong ginagawa ko, ganon. So, yun. So, wag yung mga napapanood nyo sa mga love story, nakakatuwa sila kasi alam mo yung shy type na tao na torpe, kumbaga torpe, tapos pag gumawa siya ng action, kinikilig ka in a different way, pero hindi yung nakasanayan talaga natin sa Pilipinas. Number 6, don't expect that they always prioritize you in everything. You will feel sad or you will feel disappointed. Their nature of work is like work over everything. It's not like in the Philippines that we sacrifice our work for that emergency occasions or that occasions. For example, if something happened to you on that day and they are in their work or in their working hours, they need to finish that their working hours, or you have to wait for them before they come to you. Really can't prioritize you. Work over everything. Kaya, and even if they are sick, they are still going to work. Kaya sabi nga nila, na ito narinig ko lang sa company or sa mga kaisya, na bakit daw, why Filipinos, pag daw naka-feel ng konting sakit, masakit yung batok, masakit yung leeg, masakit yung balakang, masakit ang likod, nagpapaalam na agad sila na absent. Samantala, sabi nila, parang konting sakit lang, buhay pa naman, bakit kailangan pang umabsent? One time, naligaw ako kasi nagbus ako. I tried to ride a bus and then I don't know where the place, and I'm lost. And then I messaged him that I'm lost. He's seen my message but he didn't reply. And my intention was, I messaged him just to know that I'm lost, and if something happened to me, he will come to the place where I am too. But mga ilang minutes hindi siya nag-reply. So syempre, alam namang hintayin ko siya, baka hanggang mamayang gabi pa ako dun. So gumawa ako ng paraan na magtanong kahit barok-barok ang Japanese. Nagtanong ako and nakauwi naman ako. So pagka-uwi niya, kinuwento ko sa kanya, sabi niya, yukatane, gano'n lang. So good for you na yun nga, sabi nga, you don't always depend on your husband, and learn the language, sabi ko nga sa kanina. And meron pa, nung may sakit yung anak namin, nung may sakit yung anak, kahit may sakit yung anak, basta working time, hindi kanila ipaprioritize. So buti na lang, meron akong friend na Filipina na sinamahan niya ako papunta dun sa hospital. Pero lang naman siya, lagnat kasi mataas yung init ng lagnat ng anak ko. So you cannot, ibang-iba, di ba? Ibang ba talaga sa atin na like pwede ka magpaalam na yung anak ko kasi may sakit, uuwi ka, mag half day ka, di ba? Pero pwede silang, may mga holiday sila, pwede silang umabsent. Pero in advance nila sasabihin. For example, I will absent to this day, ganun. Pero syempre, paano pag may sakit ka? Alangan, ma-advance mo ba yung sakit? Syempre, hindi. Siguro, yung sakit na hindi yung inarte lang, na yung kaya mo pa naman i-control, pwede ka pumasok. Pero pag yung hindi na, siguro case to case basis talaga. So ganun. So work over everything. 7, accept that for them, beer is life. Every day they drink beer. Every time they have a new coworker, they have to welcome with a drinking party when their coworker will retire or transfer to other places. Or they also have to give that person a party. Japan is surrounded with so much beer, so much drinking parties. But for my husband, he drinks every day, 2 cans of beer every day. And for him, it's a relaxation after a long day of work. But he's not a kind of yung man that always drunk. It's only for relaxation. He doesn't get easily drunk with the 2 cans of beer every day. But yun nga, they have sessions, nomikai, whenever, like, to welcome their new co-workers when we transfer here. Before going to transfer here, they have parties, and you have to accept that. And especially in the occasions, and every occasions, Christmas, New Year, they are drinking beers. But I think it depends also on the Japanese men. If the Japanese men are not drinker, but commonly may mga ganong party talaga sa company. So syempre makikisama ka na lang, and meron din sila na drinking session kapag business. For example, gusto mong mapa-oo yung client mo, idadaan yun sa inuman, usapan with inuman, ganon. Don't marry a Japanese man if you are not open to learn their culture, and if you are not a kind of person who follow the rules. Because Japanese people, that's why they are disciplined, because they know how to follow the rules. They have fears with their government, the police. They know how to respect. They have their own table manners and etiquette outside. What attitude you have to be, and when it comes to work, you have to accept that they transfer from one place to another because it's their part of their work or their nature of work. That they don't stay in the same place at a very long time, and you have to transfer again and again and again, like us. And also, I have I know Filipino friends who have a Japanese husband that they transfer from one place to another, and the other Filipino friend transfer from one place to another. So you have to, that's what, like what I've said earlier, one thing is you need to be flexible, not only to their culture, their language, but also to the kind of work that your Japanese husband has. And you need to be flexible, because when you say Japan, in every place there's a different environment. You can destined in the inaka or in the countryside. You can go to the city life. So you need to be flexible in order to adapt what kind of the environment you will have on that moment. And number 9, I think this will be the last. They would never understand your devotion to your family. Totoo yan. The Japanese men, some Japanese men, naiintindihan nila, they understand. But, ang tanong kasi dyan, hanggang kailan? wala pa yata akong narinig na na matagal na nagsusupport sa family. Meron sa una nagsusupport, pero pag tagal-tagal na at nagkaroon na ng sariling pamilya, nagkaroon na ng sariling mga anak, hindi na nagsusupport si Japanese husband dun sa family ng girl. Maybe because their culture is independent sila, na kahit sa kanila, sa family nila, hindi sila nag-aabot ng financial sa mga parents nila. Kasi yung mga parents nila, meron din naman. Say, meron din sila dapat. Kaya yung mga matatanda dito, nag-work. Buti na lang, dito sa bansa na to, pwedeng mag-work kahit senior na, kahit overage na. And, kung mapapansin nyo, pag sinabing may Japan, ang isang family sa Pilipinas, hindi always yung Hapon na lalaki, yung Japanese ang nagsusupport doon. Either, yung asawa na Pilipina o yung babaeng na Pilipina ang nag-work sa Japan para makapagbigay sa pamilya sa Pilipinas. Totoo yun. May narinig nga ako, pero hindi sa akin ha. Isang Filipina na friend ko, sabi daw nung in-laws niya, bakit gano'n no, yung mga Pilipina, laging nasa isip yung pamilya sa Pilipinas. Lagi na lang daw ganun. Parang yung pamilya sa Pilipinas, kahit na yung binuo mong pamilya ay nandito naman sa Japan. Nandito yung asawa mo, nandito yung anak mo. Pero yung isip talaga natin ng mga Pilipino, nandun pa rin sa Pilipinas, sa kamag-anak natin. Kapag may nakita tayo na something maganda, di ba? Something na maganda, bibilin natin, ay ito para sa Pilipinas to, papadala natin. Ito mura lang to, para sa Pilipinas to, ipapadala natin. Kaya nauso din yung mga balikbayan box, kasi tayong mga Pilipino, talagang family oriented talaga tayo. So yun, and bihira lang din kasi yung yung may hawak na yung babae, yung may hawak, yung Pilipina yung may hawak ng pera ng lalaki. Kapag international marriage, pag Japanese and Filipina. Bihira lang, may mga Filipina na sila yung may hawak ng bank ng lalaki, ng sahod ng lalaki, pero commonly sa mga Pilipina na na-encounter ko dito, kadalasan binibigyan lang sila ng allowance ng husband nila. Allowance para sa bahay, allowance sa pagkain. Pero yung pagpapadala sa Pilipinas, occasionally lang. Pag may event lang, pag may birthday, ganun. Pero hindi siya monthly. Sa akin, at first, 1 year ko dito, 1 year, nag-support si husband sa mother ko, nag-support siya. But nung nagkaroon na kami ng anak, hindi na, kasi syempre iniisip na niya yung gastos, kasi nga high cost of living dito. Kaya ngayon na pumasok na yung anak ko sa school, so syempre hindi pa rin mawawala yung malasakit talaga natin sa mga pamilya natin. Kaya, I need to find a job, and para masuportahan din ulit sila sa Pilipinas, yung mother sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi naman ganun kalakihan, basta syempre pag may naabot tayo, kasi 'di ba, masarap yung feeling na kahit papaano nakakatulong ka. Pero syempre, dapat yung mga nasa Pilipinas din, dapat isipin din natin kung gaano ba yung pinagdadaanan ng mga nasa ibang bansa, na hindi talaga nila pinupulot yung pera nila, and talaga naman na pag may pamilya naman na talaga, syempre uunahin mo yung sarili mong family. You need to prioritize your own family. But, of course, dahil nga, ando na tayo Pilipino tayo hindi natin talaga maalis yun na minsan magbigay. Pero, yun nga, hindi talaga nila maintindihan yung kung gaano tayo ka-devoted sa family natin. Hindi lang yung sa family lang, kahit sa extended family, 'di ba? Naiisip pa natin. Kasi sila dito, hindi na talagang yung main family lang. Hindi na nila kinikilala kung sino pa yung mga sumunod na henerasyon, mga tito, tita, ganon. And yun. So, mag-isip-isip na kayo. So, those are the things that I've learned having a Japanese husband, having living in Japan, their character, their culture. Marami pa yan, marami pa. Pero, para sa mga nagtatanong na, kasi hanap mo kong Hapon, hanap mo kong Haponesa, ganyan. Siguro, Haponesa, medyo ganun din yung ugali. Pero, may, sa mga sinabi ko, may part na may pagka-Japanese character pa rin sila. And the most awaited part, I will answer the question, how I met my husband. So, karaniwan ng mga Filipina na nakapangasawa ng Hapon, namimit nila yung husband nila pag nagtatrabaho sila dito sa Japan, commonly mga customers nila, yung iba naman shokai, or pinakilala. So, yun sa akin, pinakilala lang siya ng friend ang friend. Tapos, nag-exchange emails. Nakita ko kasi yung picture niya. Sabi ko, pwede na to. Pogi. Tapos, ayun, nag-exchange emails na kami. Ang tagal niyang mag-reply. Grabe. Yung parang, hindi naman yata interesado sa akin to Kasi, ang tagal niyang mag-reply. So, as what I've said earlier, yung mga Japanese nga kasi, hindi nila priority yung mga ganyang bagay, lalo na pag may work sila. So, nag-message ako yung unang nag-message. Ako talaga yung unang nag-message. Kasi sabi ko lang naman, hi, I'm from, yung sa kaibigan ni ganito, ganyan. Syempre, English. Tapos, ang tagal niya mag-reply, sabi ko mali yata yung email address na binigay. Wala siyang Facebook. And, email lang yung nakita, yung binigay. Tapos, yun na. Tapos, nag-email ako, nag-reply siya. Yung email niya pala, sa work pa niya, sa work na email, sabi niya, pag uwi daw niya, doon niya sasagutin yung message ko. Pero nag-message na siya gamit yung email sa work niya. Ganon. So, yun. Tapos, hintay ako. Tagal, kinabukasan pa ng gabi, tsaka siya nag-reply. Sabi ko, nag-reply. Pero, hindi siya constant na mabilis talaga mag-reply. Ang tagal. Kaya parang, it takes a long time bago ko talaga siya pansinin. Kasi nga, ako na nga yung nag-move. Tapos, ako na yung nag-first move. Tapos, parang pakipot pa siya. Ang tagal-tagal. Diba? Parang, unlike tayong mga Pilipino, nakikita mo na interesado ang isang tao kapag ang bilis-bilis niya mag-reply, binibigyan ka agad ng oras, ganun. Pero itong tao na to, ang tagal niya kasing mag-reply. So yun, syempre, hindi ko muna pansin, nayaan ko lang. Tapos, one time, bigla siyang nagka-time na magka-video call, magka-time na i-chat ako, message ako, ganun. And then, ayun na, nag-usap na kami, getting to know each other stage. And nakikita ko na siya sa cam. At sabi ko, pwede na, mabait. Mukhang mabait. Mukhang mabait, mukhang totoy, binata, ganon. Pero binata naman siya. And, yun nga, nagkaroon siya ng time na umuwi ng Philippines. Then, na-meet ko siya. At that time, nag-hire siya ng interpreter. Kasi, he can speak English. Nagpupunta na pala siya ng Pilipinas before, sa Cebu. Because when you say Philippines here in Japan, they know Cebu because it's cheaper and safest than Manila. And nag-aaral siya ng English dahil sa work niya, kailangan marunong din mag-English. And even though he can speak and understand English, pero not fluent, na baka daw hindi ko maintindihan. So, nag-hire siya ng interpreter. And nung nag-meet kami, we went to Venice Grand Canal. Sa Manila yun eh. Sa SM Aura, inikot namin yun. And then sa Izakaya. Umuwi siya dito parang 2 days. 2 days siya dito. Dito. Sa Pilipinas. 2 days siya, but nag-rent siya ng hotel, but hindi ako kasama dun sa hotel na yun. Umuwi ako sa bahay namin, and then umaalis na lang ulit kinabukasan. So yun, mga 2 or 3 days. Then yung interpreter, ganun din, umuwi umuwi, bumabalik na lang. So yun, so hindi naman siya takot mag-isa, kasi nanonood kasi siya ng mga YouTube videos, mga vlogs about sa Philippines. So may internet din naman siya. So, malakas loob niya na mag-isa. Tapos, yun. Sa 2 or 3 days na yun, SM Mall of Asia pa. The last day, SM Mall of Asia. Kami, foot massage. And ikot-ikot, ganon. And then, back to work na ulit. Back to Japan na siya. Back to work, ganun. And then, chat ulit, chat. And then, the next na uwi niya, ganun ulit. Nag-hire ulit siya ng interpreter. Next na uwi niya is, gusto niyang ma-meet yung family ko. And, at the time, nag-propose na siya sa akin. Ang bilis, no? Ako din, nabilisan. Hindi ko expect na gano'n, na parang palagay na kasing loob namin sa isa't isa, na parang ang tagal na naming magkakilala. Ganon. So, and then, yun na. And then, umuwi siya. The second time na uwi niya, meet na niya meet my family. He went to my place, and I introduced him to my family. And then at that moment, meron na siyang engagement ring. And yung engagement ring na yon, Tagalog pa yun eh, sinabi niya, magpakasal tayo. Nakatawa pa ako kasi, bulol-bulol yung kanyang Tagalog. And, ang reaction ko nun, ang feeling ko nun is, kinakabahan ako syempre. May halong kaba. Even though, kilala ko siya, nagkaka-chat kami, video call, pero, alam mo yun, yung ibang lahi kasi. Tsaka, once na sinabi mo kasing Japanese or Hapon, syempre iniisip natin, nananakit, baka mahigpit, ganon. Pero, hindi. Syempre, nandun yung kaba ko, pero nagtiwala ako sa kanya. Tiwala ako na mabait siya. Sabi ko nga, hindi kaya sa una lang to, ganun. So, syempre, nag-pray din ako. Nag-pray din ako na i-guide ako sa decision ko. Ganun. Tapos, bumalik na ulit siya ng Japan. And then, on the sunod na uwi niya ulit, nag-ayos na ng papers. And then yun, nag-ayos ng papers, pumunta ng ng Japan Embassy para ayusin yung papers. And then inayos yung prenup, yung prenup videos and everything. And then sunod na uwi pa ulit niya is yun na, nagpakasal na kami. Mag-isa lang siya nung kasal namin kasi matanda na yung nanay niya, may edad na, and then yung ate niya nga may work. So sabi ko nga sa inyo, dito busy yung mga tao. So yun. And then after that, syempre umuwi ulit naman siya sa honeymoon, ganyan. Tapos hanggang sa makalis ako. Yun, so hanggang sa makalis ako. Tapos yun, before ako umalis, nagpunta pa kami ng Singapore. Treat niya sa akin. First out of the country ko yun. So sabi niya, para ma-experience ko na mag out of the country. Pero nagta-travel naman ako inside the Philippines lang. Pero yung out of the country, it's my first time sa Singapore. So, nag-meet kami sa Singapore na mismo. Hindi ko nga alam kung paano kami mag-meet kasi paanga-anga talaga ako sa airport. Lalo na malaking airport pala yun. So, buti na lang may internet. So, yun, chat-chat. Ayun, Viber. Yun, natuto na siya mag-Viber. Pero Facebook talaga. Hindi talaga siya nag-Facebook kasi waste of time daw talaga yun. So, yun. Tapos, may business trip siya. Sumunod, Taiwan. So, sinama niya rin ako doon. Nag-meet ulit kami sa Taiwan na rin mismo. Parang, tinuturuan niya ako maging independent na siguro nakita niya na kaya kong mag-isa, na kaya kong ma-meet siya kahit na hindi ko siya kasama. Kaya nung umalis ako na lang din mag-isa. Hindi niya ako sinundo. Hindi siya nagpaalam sa family ko na aalis na ako, ganun. So siguro, sabi nga niya, why cry? You will go back to the Philippines again. If you have time, you can go on a vacation, sabi niya. So, hindi na, syempre, kasi may kamag-anak ako dito sa Japan, may tita ako dito na kapatid ng tatay ko, pero matagal na siyang hindi umuwi. Hindi na siya nakauwi. May anak din siyang Hapon, pero hindi na siya nakauwi. So, iniisip nila na baka ganun din yung mangyari sa akin. Sa una daw, uwi ng uwi, tapos pagtagal na, hindi na makauwi. Pero nung ngayon nag-aaral na yung anak ko, tsaka tumatagal na ako dito sa Japan, na-realize ko na ganun nga, na nasa una talaga, uuwi ka ng uwi kasi wala pang pamasahe yung bata. Ngayon na kapag 3 years old, pataas na siya, may bayad na yung bata, and then nag-aaral na nga kasi, so syempre, yung time, hindi naman pwedeng a-absent ka na lang basta, and kung mag-work ka na, ganun, magiging busy ka na. Pero, yun nga, iba-iba yung ng tao, yung nangyayari sa bawat tao. So, ako, may communications naman ako sa family ko, and yun nga, open naman ako sa kanila, open book ako sa mga nangyayari dito sa Japan, ganun. So, kung ano na yung nangyayari sa akin, ganun. And, mabait. I'm very lucky na mabait yung pangasawa ko. Iniisip ko talaga, alam mo yung mga kasapi ba siya sa ganito, sa ganyan. Ayun meron din akong doubts. Pero, syempre, hindi ko hinayaan na yung doubts na yun is lumaki. Kundi, nagpray ako na sana mabuti siyang tao. At syempre, ako, naging mabuting tao din naman sa kanya. Kasi ganun yun di ba? Once na kung ano yung ginawa mo sa kapwa mo, yun din yung babalik sa'yo. So, naniniwala ako sa ganun. So, yun. And, syempre, andun na rin naman yung love. And, I'm very blessed that I found a Japanese husband that is very rare to find. na sinasabi nga nila sa akin na ingatan mo yung asawa mo kasi mabait yan, hindi yan katulad ng ibang mga Hapon. Bagaman yung character may konting ganun na character sila, pero you need to accept, sabi nga 'di ba, as what I've said earlier, na when you come to Japan, you need to accept. Siya rin naman, na-accept naman niya ako, na-accept naman niya yung culture ko, but kasi hindi mo pwedeng i-insist na kesyo Filipino ka, ito yung gagawin mo, wala ka kasi sa Pilipinas, nandito ka sa Japan, so ikaw talaga yung mag-a-adjust, and hindi mo pwedeng ikatwiran. You can reason out that I'm a Filipino, I'm not a Japanese, so I will not do this, I will not do that. No, because you are here in Japan. And ganun din naman sila eh. Kapag sila naman yung nasa Pilipinas, sila naman yung susunod. Pero yun nga, in a relationship, in a international marriage, you need to accept each other's culture. May culture na pwedeng open sa loob niya na i-accept. Meron naman na dahil depende kung nasaan kang lugar. So yun, so that's how I met my husband. And another tips for having a Japanese husband, kung ano yung character nila. Of course, sabi ko nga, I'm not generalizing all Japanese men, pero at least nakapagbigay sa inyo ng idea na kung gusto niyo talaga ng Hapon, dapat ready kayo or open kayo sa any changes and accept all those different culture niya sa inyo. So, thank you for watching and thank you for listening. I hope you learned a lot. And don't forget, sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, don't forget to subscribe with the bell para notified kayo sa mga bagong videos na i-upload ko. Okay, so that's all for today. Bye!